One fateful afternoon, Sekyibea met a new friend, Kofi, during one of the vibrant community events that Augugwa frequently hosted. These events were a vital part of village life, bringing together families and friends to celebrate various occasions, from harvest festivals to local markets. It was at one of these gatherings that Sekyibea and Kofi paths crossed for the first time. The village square was alive with music, laughter, and the aroma of freshly cooked food. Sekyibea, dressed in a colorful kente cloth, helping her mother sell vegetables at their market stall. Her younger siblings, Ado and Afaribea, were running around playing with other children. The atmosphere was filled with excitement, joy, and togetherness of the community. Kofi, slightly older than Sekyibea, assisting his father, who was one of the event organizers. Tall and athletic with a friendly look, Kofi was well known and liked in the village. His family had a long history in Awukugwa, and their involvement in community activities made them famous. Sekyibea noticed Kofi when he approached their stall to buy some vegetables. Their eyes met briefly, and there was an immediate, unspoken connection. Kofi smiled warmly, and Sekyibea felt a flutter in her chest. It was a simple interaction, but it left a lasting impression on both of them. Over the following weeks, Sekyibea and Kofi began to see each other more frequently. They often ran into each other at the market or during community events. The interactions were always brief and polite, but there was an irresistible attraction between them. One evening, as Sekyibea was returning home from fetching water, she saw Kofi repairing fishing nets by the riverside. She hesitated for a moment, then walked over to greet him. They started talking, and what began as small talk soon turned into a deep conversation about their dreams and aspirations. "I want to be a nurse," Sekyibea confided, her eyes shining with determination. "I want to help people in our village." Kofi nodded, impressed by her ambition. "I think you'd make a great nurse, Sekyibea. I want to expand our family's fishing business and maybe even start a fish farming project to create more jobs in Awukugwa." Their shared dreams and mutual respect for each other's goals brought them closer. They began to meet regularly, often taking long walks together and talking about everything under the sun. Their friendship developed into a tender romance, marked by stolen glances and sweet, shy smiles. Kofi decided to ask Sekyibea out on a date. He wanted to show her how much he appreciated her and how serious he was about their relationship. One Saturday afternoon, he invited her to an isolated spot by the river where they could talk and enjoy each other's company away from the prying eyes of the village. He had prepared a small picnic with fruits, pastries, and fresh coconut water. Sekyibea was touched by the thoughtfulness of his gesture. They spent the afternoon talking, laughing, and sharing stories from their childhoods. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the river, Kofi gently took Sekybea's hand. "Sekyibea, I really like you," he said softly. "I want to be with you and support you in all your dreams." Sekybea's heart filled with emotion. "I like you too, Kofi," she replied, squeezing his hand. "And I believe in your dreams just as much as you believe in mine." Their bond grew stronger with each passing day. They continued to meet in secret, cherishing the moments they could steal away together. Their relationship remained discreet, as they both understood the conservative nature of their community and the potential judgment they might face. As their emotional connection deepened, Sekyibea and Kofi eventually took their relationship to an unexpected level. They were both inexperienced and, despite their best intentions, did not have access to adequate sexual education and reliable contraception. They relied on what little knowledge they had, believing they were being careful. Unfortunately, the precautions fell short. The lack of proper information and resources ultimately led to Sekybea's unintended pregnancy. It was a reality many young couples in similar communities faced, where discussions about reproductive health were often taboo and resources scarce.